Welcome, beautiful people, to your weekly energy update, which is from January 8th to January 15th. And this week we have Mars, which is going post-shadow of its retrograde. So, before and after, when a planet starts to slow down in degree and move backwards, that's called the pre-shadow. And we actually start to feel the energies of that, which I talked about when it happened back on September 4th when we entered the pre-shadow. Then it went full retrograde October 30th, and now this week on January 12th, we enter the post-shadow. So we won't be feeling the impact, the reflection back on the masculine type of energy in our lives. We'll be in the post-shadow, which is when it starts to slow its backward descent and it starts moving forward eventually when it goes direct on March 17th. So it is like 687 Earth days for Mars to orbit the sun. So it's almost-ish around takes twice as long. That's why we kind of lap Mars, which makes it appear like it's going backwards. But with that energy, Mars is the god of war. It's the masculine energy. How we deal with authority figures too. So for this reading, we're just going to ask, how can you apply what you learned during that entire Mars retrograde period toward masculine energy? And that can be father or father figures. It could be the divine father. And it can also be our own divine masculine energy, because whether we're male or female or how we identify, we don't, we all have both divine masculine and divine feminine energies within us. So that's what we're going to ask for this reading. Of course, we have one for each individual zodiac sign, and we're going to jump into yours right now. All right, Scorpio, this is your weekly energy update, and we're going to start off pulling a card here from the Power of Surrender cards. And all the cards I use in a reading, I do list in the description box of the video down below. So if any of these catch your eye and you do want them for yourself, you know where you can pick those up. All right, so for Scorpio, where would you like to start for Scorpio? Okay, this is the one right here. And you have surrender low self-esteem. And that says you deserve success, love, and abundance. Set an intention to identify and release any remnants of low self-esteem. And that makes total sense. So during this reflective period, you are realizing those beliefs, those voices in your head that are of that masculine energy, from the past, those words that are echoing. And also there are some subconscious ones that were bubbling underneath that may have surfaced during that time. Or if you've been kind of had some sensors reconnected where you feel something and you don't know what it is. So there is this discovery post shadow here that you're going to realize and that are going to come up here. We're also going to look into the divine guidance cards here. And I call these the spiritual ink blot test because they do have pictures, and whatever you see in them is a special message for you, but I also will read from the book. Oh, beautiful colors. I love these. It's like my bread is Zen colors. That is card number 34. And we will take a look here, see what comes in here. And this is about reflection. So there is great beauty in all of our experiences. And although you may feel sad and down at times, Spirit's reminding you that this is what can facilitate your greatest growth and evolution, both as a soul and as a human being. You are truly watched over at this time. So don't fear the darkness within. Remember, without the darkness, there can be no light. There is the time for quiet reflection and inner exploration. Through it, you will discover your light, capital L light, and know what needs to be changed so that you may live a more authentic life. All right. So yeah, definitely this is coming in here. that this is all about reflecting, taking a look here at whatever this is that has been making you feel limited and small and unworthy of success, unworthy of having beautiful, nice things come into your life in all manner of ways. That this reflection helps you identify it, and it helps move you past it, helps you grow, and that you're not alone in all this. You definitely have spirit with you along the way. We're also going to pull from the Runic Tarot, and let's take a look and see what else Spirit would like to add here for you. So what else for our transformative Scorpios? Master of transformation. So this is nothing scary for you. You're like, this is what I do. All right, what else, please? Okay, they do into those and that one. All right. So we'll start with these over here. And so you have this Queen of Wands. Yeah, you are so ready to transform and let this part of yourself out. Because the Queen of Wands not only has a wonderful, beautiful connection to spirit, which you know you do with your beautiful water energy, your intuition, your connection with spirit is outstanding. But the Queen of Wands allows herself to stand in her power with that Ace of Wands, and it allows her to step forward. It allows her to have confidence in trusting the voice of spirit and then taking action. Walking into a room and people are just like, boom, the brightness, the presence that you can have with this confidence and how you are able to super focus your energy is what you want to head to. It's where you want to blossom, right? You want to be this fire. Look at even this little fiery blossom, a fiery flower that shows your strength, shows your confidence, shows who you really are. And I like that. Yeah. And here you have the Justice card, card number 11. And Justice starts off here out of balance. You know, the scales that they usually have are out of balance. And those fears we have, those thoughts, those beliefs, those mindsets that are rooted in the fears of losing conditional love get outweighed with this huge Ace of Swords. Because that Ace of Swords allows you to connect to the higher realms and find the wisdom, find the knowledge that is rooted in unconditional love. It allows you to see things that balances out the scales so you can see how powerful you are by also remaining humble. And so there's this beautiful balance that is coming in here, this wisdom that is making itself known. Yeah, and this is a piece of it. Yeah, the Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles journey here is that they have in the past looked outside of themselves to define themselves, to determine their worth. And like we all are taught, we're taught to look out towards relationships and situations and things, but all of those are unstable. And so we feel unstable. We feel low. Our self-worth feels very shaky because people change, they pass away or they walk away. Situations like jobs, education, etc. never stay the same. And things, they break down, they deteriorate, they explode, they're stolen. So all the stuff that we're told to base our worth on is super, super unstable, right? Eventually, we get so tired of the instability, we turn inward and upward. And that's where you find the source of our worth that is stable, because we find the unconditional love of the higher realms, the eternal love from up above. Because eternal, it never ends, it never stops, and unconditional love, it can never be, any condition can be met where it's taken away, because there's not one condition, or it's conditional. That's all that takes. So we find the solid foundation of our worth in the love from above. And that changes everything for us. It becomes a solid, eternal and unconditional. How much more solid can you get, right? Something that is so stable and forever becomes the foundation of your worth, rather than the fickle, unstable human character existence of the outside world. Then you have the Knight of Cups. Yep, so the questing of the higher love is what this is all about. So it's coming in here again because that's what we are all on a journey for here. It's a journey of worth because we come from a place where we're priceless, and then we come down here to pretend what it might feel like to be worthless, and then we return back to remembering who we really are and that we are priceless. So there's this wonderful journey that as you continue to get to, questing after that higher love, eventually it's like it really seeps into your heart and your mind and your life and your being, how loved you are and who you really are too. Yeah. And then you have this death and rebirth, this transformation that happens because when we go from someone who lives in fear and with low self-worth, we do transform. You do have this rebirth. And this is almost reminding me of like rising as a phoenix from the ashes of all the fears and stuff that we used to, carry. Yeah. Then here you go, the Ace of Wands, new power, getting our power back, this Ace of Wands that she holds. So you do have this new passion, this new birth, this new energy that comes in because you are remembering who you really are, and you're seeing a clearer and clearer picture of that, which just allows you to flourish, allows you to shine very bright with all that too. Yeah, you have the Seven of Swords. Swords are those thoughts, those beliefs, those mindsets, those attitudes that stole from us, stole our worth, stole opportunities, stole things. And the seven, it's the thievery card, which shows us what of our own mindsets have done that. Because things happen in life, but we're taught very early on these small t truths that when this happens, this is what it means about you. When this happens, this is how you're supposed to feel about it. This is the story that applies to that situation. And we're young, we just take it on as our own, and then we reinforce it, and we make it our own opinion, we make it our own habit, and then we make it our own reaction. And it happens so fast that, when someone doesn't honor a committed relationship, let's say, we feel devastated, and it means that we're worthless because that's what we've been taught. But we can learn new things, like their actions tell us about them. They're a mirror for me. What am I learning about myself through this? How have I cheated on myself with them in the first place by looking for my worth in them rather than in myself? Self-worth comes from in here, but I was using retail price of the outside world, because retail price is the value we think others put on us. We were taking that retail price and making it our self-worth. So I was cheating on myself with them in the first place. So this was a beautiful mirror for me, and see how we can transform how we look at things and look at our worth because of that. I like it. And then you have the Star card. Wish fulfillment, connecting to your higher self, seeing the star that you really are, the powerful, supernatural, eternal spirit being made of unconditional love that you really are. No longer seeing yourself as small, but as powerful and large and able, period. Capable, period. Amazing, period. I love it. And then your final card is going to come from the Divine Directions deck here. So let's see what else they have here. So what's your final message here for Scorpios, please? Okay, any others? Okay. And I just realized with talking about the Phoenix, the Scorpio, you go through a transformation. Scorpio start off as scorpions, and then they transform into snakes. Then they transform into eagles, and they transform into phoenixes. So that's such a perfect analogy for you guys as well. And you have animals, like I just talked about, all the animals. Animals are important to you. Animals heal, comfort, and relax you. So yeah, get a comfort, support animal of some sort, or realize that you do transform because you start off as a scorpion who reacts and stings. When you transform to a snake, they of course shed their skins, and when they outgrow them, still have to be respected because they still strike and have poison, right? Then eventually transform to an eagle who's able to fly way above storms, swoop down to protect things that matter to it, but then they're able to rise ahead above and see things from a different perspective. Then, of course, the phoenix just is this death and this rebirth. They transform into something completely different. Wow, so you got animals and music. Express yourself by playing an instrument or singing. Music will lift your spirits. So animals and music are two things that are just very calming and that do impact you. So allow yourself, even if it's going, I know zoos aren't not like the most best places, but a lot of, they do a lot of good too, right? But if you visit animals, spend time with animals, spend time with music, these things will help calm and soothe you and allow you to go through this beautiful transformation too. So I love this for you, Scorpio. Now, if you are looking for more messages of love from above, in addition to these weekly readings, I also put out timeless pick-a-card readings, monthly readings for each individual zodiac sign, and a few other types of videos. If you don't want to miss out on any of these and get updated immediately when they become available, if you give this video a little thumbs up by clicking the like button, and then by clicking the subscribe button, you're also given access to the notification bell. And when you go in there, there is an option for all, which if you select that, two things happen. One, you'll be notified immediately when I post new videos. And two, you're also notified when I go live on YouTube to provide free readings. Also, in addition to all that, it helps spread the Zen love, and it does help my channel grow in significant ways, because when you like or share one of my videos, comment on one of my videos, subscribe to my channel, doing those things makes the YouTube algorithm so happy, wants to automatically share my videos with other people as well. So if you feel inspired to do any of those things, please know I'm very, very grateful. And these are general readings. If you want even more specific information and specific answers for your specific life, I do offer personal readings on a sliding price scale, and you can find all that information listed in the description box of the video down below. All right, beautiful, beautiful Scorpios, as you step through this week, please know that every second of every day of your life that you are unconditionally loved by the Mother and Father of all things. And of course, I love you too. You have an amazing week. We'll be talking soon. But in the meantime, you hang in there and you take care.